the Federation of Light, accept and love. Well, hello. Here we are in the new year, looking forward to some extreme changes for the better. Welcome to you, Blossom, and each one whose soul's longing finds its way to these communications. We are excited to be with you once again, Blossom, after this short break. Firstly, may we remind you that your strength and power that resides within shall become more and more apparent as your time passes. With each encounter you undergo, be it that it feels wondrous or not so. Know that you are here to accomplish the most magnificent feat. Whatever comes your way, accept in love. Process through love. And allow your being to exude love in every given situation. When you remember to do this, life will offer you so much love in return. As you allow yourselves to be filled with the love that you know yourselves to be, you will find yourselves experiencing life at a different level. Things will appear the same and yet they will seem different, and you will know what we mean as you experience this. On a global level, many changes are to take place, and although they may not make immediate sense, know that the plan that is underway will prove that what is taking place is without question for the highest good of all. Thank you for that opener. It certainly feels as if this year is going to bring about many changes. We all desire with our hearts that this will be the case. Blossom and all, have you not lived through many changes already? Yes, yet I can't say they felt that they were for the highest good of all. Not at all. And yet, all that has taken place in the last few years has led you to be where you are now. Within yourself and the situation that is upon your planet at this time. How exactly would you describe this situation? One that requires diligence and trust. It is not new to you that much has been taking place behind the scenes, and within the coming months much of this will be brought to light. The situation is reaching a peak. As the darkness is revealed for what it truly is, the light also shall do the same. Within all that is to be exposed, little by little those who have been asleep will awaken, and each one of you shall be in position ready and waiting to assist. However, there is the possibility of a great divide. We have seen this already, haven't we? Indeed, and yet, this shall be of a different nature. How so? There shall be those who refuse to believe what is before their very eyes. They will find themselves unable to absorb the information, for it shall be so far removed from any thinking possibilities they may have had. So, are you saying it shall be similar to those who had very different opinions regarding what was good for our well-being in the last few years? Yes. Yet, it is hoped that many will come to understand the reality of what has been taking place. No matter what happens, you are not responsible for another's choices. Keep this in the forefront of your mind. Be there for those who require your help. There will be those who oppose your knowledge of truth, and that is their choice. You can only offer love and understanding. How another chooses to accept that from you is up to them. The thing is, at the moment, the world seems so mad. I don't know if anyone really knows what is going on. Yet, it will become clearer, and it will make sense as the pieces of the jigsaw slot into place. All you need to is know that your planet is on the move. It is heading in the direction of upliftment and light, and the darkness is leaving. Know this. Know this. Know this. No matter how it may seem, with its twists and turns, and as those in power know not which way to turn you, the light that you are shall assist in keeping the vibration high whilst all is taking place. You may feel a little helpless in the big scheme of things, and yet within the big scheme of things it is you that is playing such an important part. It is you, as you remain in your power, that makes the difference to the energies that need to remain at a certain frequency. Within all the stirring up as the changes take place, you with your shining light never waning can serve so well by sending out your light love from the deepest awareness of your truth. In the knowing that by doing so you are keeping not only spirits high, yet at the same time raising energies to a degree that shape and form the dynamics of things to come. All this, dearest ones, shall you do by remaining in your knowing and truth of while you are here now. It could be so easy to feel tired and useless. Yet, when you recognize that the feeling of such is merely programming, it can give you a boost to overcome such derogatory sentiments. You are more powerful than you can imagine. Trust in that. You are finding your tribes. All around your planet, souls are coming together and recognizing each other. The power that this creates is palpable to every living thing. As this power increases, so too, the energy felt by each one will allow encouragement and enthusiasm to take its place within you. Your weariness shall leave as results of your labors present happenings that shall bring such joy to the soul self. So many times, in days to come, shall you feel within your hearts a knowing of this is it. This is why we came. It is happening. I can feel it. All this sounds very promising, I have to say. Certainly, something to look forward to throughout the madness. The madness shall continue for quite a while to come, jaw-dropping madness. Yet, you understand that all is to be well, therefore, such insanities shall be accepted by you as the necessities of the game plan. There shall be much confusion as to who are the good guys and who are not. This actually is nothing new. Yet know when it is time the confusion shall be removed and clarity of the walk to be walked shall be made apparent. Well, we can only wake up each morning with the intention of doing our best for the greater good of all, have some brekkie, and boldly go where no man has gone before with powerful aplomb, knowing we are succeeding in our mission here on earth. With a mantra, of course, guiding us as we go. Indeed, blossom. The mantra is a gift to each one. A gift of great assistance to the soul. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Thank you, chaps. Tickety-boo. In gratitude. In loving service. I am. Swap anxiety for joy. World-renowned life coach Martha Beck teaches how to find liberation from anxiety by embracing curiosity and creativity. There's some good news for those of us who struggle with anxiety and are eager to live with more joy and less fear. Martha Beck has figured out how to break free from the torturous grip of anxiety, and she's helping others do the same. Beck, a Harvard-trained sociologist, world-renowned life coach, and best-selling author, has devoted her life to cracking the code on anxiety, one of her biggest struggles since childhood. Luckily, Beck writes about her younger years. An activity made me just as anxious as everything else. So I charged forward into life, not so much bravely as frenetically, like someone running from a swarm of bees. In her wisdom-packed new book, Beyond Anxiety, Curiosity, Creativity, and Finding Your Life's Purpose, Beck teaches how to replace the excruciating anxiety spiral with the exhilarating creativity spiral. Brain Basics. Beck's anxiety-busting strategies rely on understanding two things about the human brain. First, just like every mammal, we have an ancient part of our brain, our amygdala, that manages many of the emotions essential to our survival, especially fear. Second, our brains have two hemispheres, a left and a right, and each has a very different way of processing information and experiencing the world. Beck explains that anxious thoughts are generated by our brain's left hemisphere, the verbal, logical, and analytical part of our brain that thinks linearly and logically, accumulates facts, and passes judgment. In contrast, our right hemisphere, the creative, nonlinear, intuitive part of our brain, experiences life in the present moment. Instead of bringing the past forward or fretting about what might happen, it stays attuned to immediate emotions and sensory input. This means that the right brain does not experience anxiety, because anxiety is always future-focused. For most animals, the experience of fear ends when they are no longer in danger. But the human brain's ability to hold information as a verbal story and elaborate on it with imagination enables us to generate scary scenarios that can keep our fear response elevated indefinitely. And here's a key point, Beck writes. The thoughts remembered and imagined by the neocortex feed back to the left amygdala as if they are actually happening. Commiserating with people who are well acquainted with anxiety spirals, Beck writes. You know how it feels to lie awake, safe and sound, getting more and more terrified not by actual events, but by possible ones. Jolts of intense alarm followed by terrifying thoughts about potential disaster followed immediately by even more intense jolts of alarm. The anxiety spiral versus the creativity spiral. Beck believes that much of our anxiety stems from how much our culture prioritizes left brain functions over those of the right brain. She writes, "From early childhood, you have been constantly rewarded for thinking in a certain way, verbally, analytically, in organized lines of logic. In school, you were carefully taught to repress your creative genius. By working through every subject in a logical, linear way, you had to follow consistent procedures, and they had to be the same procedures as everyone else." According to Beck, living in a left brain-dominated culture not only breeds anxiety, it reduces the right brain's ability to perceive context, connection, and beauty. Where the left side analyzes, the word analyze means to cut things apart. The right side synthesizes, or puts things together. Working with the raw material of whatever we perceive in the present moment, the right brain harmonizes, blends, relates, and assembles things, often in highly original ways. When we learn to calm our anxiety and access both sides of our brain, we can activate what Beck calls the creativity spiral, which is the mirror image of the anxiety spiral. Where the brain's left side spiral sparks fear and makes us want to control things, its right side spiral sparks curiosity and makes us want to create things. Beck's roadmap to swapping anxiety for joy is based on the fact that these two opposite spirals can never be activated simultaneously. When one turns on, the other shuts off. Anxiety shuts down creativity so completely that even the slight stress of being told we'll get paid for solving a puzzle makes us less able to think creatively, Beck writes. But by the same token, deliberately entering and moving further into the creativity spiral pulls us out of the anxiety spiral. It can take us on a wild, delicious joy ride that leaves anxiety so far in the rearview mirror we can barely remember it. Fostering calm. Because anxiety shuts down creativity, the ability to calm ourselves is a prerequisite to fully activating our creativity spiral. Beck explains that the most effective approach to soothing anxiety is acceptance and kindness. She bemoans how often people try to attack anxiety, fighting it, like warriors on a search, and destroy mission and orientation. That only reinforces the left brain's tendency to compete, battle, and conquer. Beck shares 6 amygdala whispering techniques, summarized below, which are akin to horse whispering methods based on building trust and connection, as opposed to horse breaking, which relies on force and control. Martha Beck's amygdala whispering technique. Sigh. Exhale deep breaths with long sighs. Every time you breathe out, your heartbeat slows a little. Exhaling taps the brakes on your fight or flight response. Soften the focus of your eyes. Because maintaining a sharp focus is part of the fight or flight response, softening the focus of our attention, especially the focus of our eyes, sends a powerful message to our anxiety creatures that it's okay to relax. Move. Staying still when you're feeling anxious can feel akin to captivity. Movement, especially shaking, is a highly effective way to handle current or post-traumatic stress, a powerful way for the nervous system to regulate into a state of peace. Accept. Trying to stop yourself from feeling your emotions fuels anxiety, while acceptance breeds calm. Try telling your anxious parts, "You can go ahead and stay scared. I'm not going to try to change you. I accept you exactly as you are." Murmur, hum, sing, or chant. Our amygdala is reassured by sound and vibration. When we're anxious, our throats tighten. Our voices go up in pitch as well as volume. Relaxing our breathing muscles by speaking in a low, slow voice, soothing both because it requires us to loosen this tension, and because the physical vibration of a calm human voice helps regulate our nervous systems. Deploy kind internal self-talk. KISSed. Use a gentle voice while focusing on extending loving kindness to yourself, as if you are addressing another being. Experiment with comforting phrases such as, "You're okay, I'm here with you, may you feel peaceful, and may you feel free." turn right toward curiosity. Beck views curiosity as the secret doorway between the fearful and inventive sides of our brain, and explains that there are two very different types: deprivation curiosity and interest curiosity. The first stems from a worried need to accumulate enough information to feel safe, while the second stems from an enthusiastic desire to explore. Where anxiety makes us avoid more and more of the world, curiosity draws us forward, helping us get used to unexplored environments and unfamiliar experiences. Beck writes, "Anxiety retracts, curiosity expands." Confident that our innate curiosity is always eagerly waiting to be reactivated, Beck writes, "Once you begin turning on your interest curiosity, opening the secret doorway between worry and wonder over and over, you'll find that the door starts to work more smoothly. As we reawaken our childlike curiosity," Beck says, "we will begin to feel more playful and filled with wonderment." Activating the creativity spiral throughout Beyond Anxiety, Beck offers many practical strategies to activate curiosity and creativity. She urges people to drop their externally conditioned ideas about what should interest them and begin to pay close attention to what actually sparks their delight. Beck has coached people whose creativity spirals were activated by all sorts of activities, including raising chickens, making variations on spaghetti sauce, photographing insects, and carving soap. Your interests may seem quite normal or completely bizarre to the people around you, writes Beck. What matters is that they stimulate your curiosity and make you want to keep playing with them. Diving headlong into what interests us often allows us to experience the delightful state of flow. Beck says this is what happens when time disappears and we join with the energy of pure creation. Not only do flow states flood us with delicious feeling hormones, they enable us to bless the world with our best, most creative ideas. Beck emphasizes, however, that even our most passionate creative pursuits won't always feel easy, and they shouldn't. Embracing getting stuck is an essential part of the creative process. Beck writes that getting stuck is our clue to take a break, appreciate the open and receptive state of not knowing, and then re-engage when our minds are clear and rested. Free yourself, heal the world. The benefits of swapping anxiety for creativity are far-reaching. Anxiety is contagious, Beck explains. As society makes us anxious, we make it anxious. Our uneasy feelings, thoughts, and actions bleed into the world around us, making others more anxious still. Anxiety also reinforces suspicion and prejudice, which can lead us to embody the very attitudes we don't want to see in the world. Creativity spirals, on the other hand, are what Beck calls love in action. They open our minds and hearts, impelling us to learn about different people and perspectives. Anxiety spirals show us only half the world. Creativity spirals show us all of it. Beck wants those on an anxiety healing journey to understand that the logic of anxiety is always self-defeating. Because it makes us believe that the only way to be safe is to never feel safe. Anxiety always lies. Always, writes Beck. Remember, healthy fear is the truth, a clear impulse to act when, for example, there's a leopard in your bedroom. Anxiety is only a thought, the fear of leopards, when no leopards are present. You'll always have your healthy fear. It can save your life, anxiety can only ruin it. For Beck, turning toward curiosity and creativity is what finally enabled her to extricate herself from the relentless grip of anxiety. She is certain that the more you activate your own creativity spiral, the more you'll start to experience that incredible, beneficent magic, a sense of the world reaching back toward you from all around, as if the vast intelligence of nature is exploring you. Message from the angels: a new year is a great time for new stories. My dear friends, we love you so very much. You are all the authors of your own reality. The stories you tell yourself today will become the reality you live in the future. If you tell yourself you are strong, capable, and connected, this will become your reality. If you tell yourself you are capable of learning something you want to achieve, you will be able to achieve it. If you tell yourself that the universe has your back, you will allow it to support you. If you tell yourself people are good at heart, you will find far kinder characters in your life story than if you tell yourself a sad reality. If you are not living as you wish now, examine the subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, stories you have told yourself throughout the years. Then, dear ones, change your stories to write the book you want to live. You can rewrite your past or your future. You can tell the story of your past with yourself starring as the victim of many villains. Or you can tell the story of your past as a hero's journey in which you underwent many trials, gained strength, and emerged triumphant. The reality is the same, but how you perceive it changes the way you feel about it and, as well, changes your vibration. And, as we've been saying for years, your vibration will attract, allow, or impede what you wish to experience. Tell the story of the future you wish to live. I don't know how, but I know I will go on vacation later this year. When I meet the love of my life, we are going to have so much fun. I can't wait to see how the money shows up. I look forward to greater connection with my dear ones in spirit. This will be a fun journey or reaching for their loving presence. Tell the story of your present in an empowered fashion, too. My body knows how to heal. New cells are being born in every moment. They are programmed by the Creator. I will love them, and believe in them, and enjoy the process of my own healing. Every day, I'm getting younger. I am creating amazing friendships. It is a habit for so many of you to spend more time reporting what has already been created instead of engaging in your own creative writing. As you report, you vibrate to what you are reporting about, which becomes the story you will keep creating. Gossiping about the terrible person at work will help you vibrate to everyone with similar energy. Complaining about life before you will help you vibrate to all you don't enjoy. Worrying about your finances will tune you into the frequency of insecurity and lack. Conversely, finding things to enjoy and appreciate will bring you more blessings. When you want more of anything, think about how you love it, why you love it, and how much you appreciate it. I love that kind person who let me get in front of them in traffic. I love all the kind drivers. I love people who care about others. I love that there are so many good people out there. As you go on in this fashion, you'll start to recall other kind people and build a field that will draw more kind people into your life. You are not at the mercy of a screenplay written by an external god, nor are you subject to star in a story created by anyone else upon your earth. You are creators each, and every one of you is free to write the story that will become your life. The more you find reasons to feel joyful, playful, expectant, comforted, or even content about your stories, the more you will begin to live these very same realities. Dear ones, nothing is out of bounds, no matter how people will tell you otherwise. Nothing is impossible with God. The problem is not the Creator's ability to deliver your dreams and guide you to them. In the Source's love story, you are eternal beings, beloved, supported, cherished, surrounded by angels, and able to tune into any reality you choose. So if the Divine has written you a love story, but you are writing something else, you are so loved that you will be permitted to star in your own script. Tell the stories you want to live. Write the book that delights your heart. And then, dear ones, watch the story come to life around you. God bless you. We love you so very much. The Angels. SourceArrayOfflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.